Okay, so I'm on Twitch now. I understand how to set up my page. I'm starting to build an audience. I'm live streaming. I'm doing some shows. I'm performing my music. Maybe I'm doing some listening sessions. I'm interacting with my fans. I'm connecting with other artists on the platform. So I'm doing all this work. Nobody likes to work and not get paid. How do I make money while being on Twitch?
Yeah, great question. So there are a couple of ways. So the three basic monetization schemes that Twitch affords new artists are, and I have one more secret tip I just thought about. So I'll tell you this in a second. So the three basically, yeah. So the three other ways, the three main ways are subscriptions, bits, which is just a digital currency essentially, where we sort of just creators, fans can essentially praise or love for creators without subscribing to a channel. So it's a one-off contribution type of thing. And 1 penny is 1 bit. So people will send 100 bits or 1,000 bits as a way of sort of showing love, right? Or respect for the creative output. So, so subscriptions, bits, and then advertising. So when a viewer comes to a channel for the first time, we automatically run pre-roll. It's a 30-second or a 15-second spot. And then from there on out, creators can trigger different ads when they're ready to take a break or what have you. So they can control their ad insertions while they're creating content. So
now, you're talking about when somebody builds an audience, not right away.
Yeah, so so typically you have to achieve affiliate status on Twitch. We are working with artists to accelerate that, you know, in different ways. But basically, you will come on, you'll start to like generate revenue in an escrow, if you will. When you hit like $100 or something like that, that will then unlock, you know, your affiliate status, and you'll start to get payments sent to you directly in the mail, right? Or to your bank account, however you set up.
So number of followers or a big enough audience that then allows you to start making money?
Yeah, either or.
What's that number?
Yeah, so either or. So it's a dollar threshold, and then it unlocks direct payment. So I think it's like $100 or something. It's something relatively low, but essentially like if you can get $100 through subscriptions, you can get it through advertising, you can get it through bits. However you achieve it, once you get to that threshold, then that money starts paying out to you on a regular basis or what have you.
Technically, I could just have my friend, or I could just have an advertiser that I know spend $100 and automatically I'm an affiliate.
Yeah, exactly.
Cheat code.
Yeah, yeah. And honestly, for artists specifically, we get in touch with Twitch. You can reach our creator acquisition team. You can share my email after this, and we'll make sure that we can get people connected up so they can accelerate that affiliate process pretty easily. And so I think that one's pretty straightforward. And then the thing I was just thinking about is for those artists who actually have social followings, we have something called Twitch Prime. Twitch Prime is a Prime benefit. Twitch is owned by Amazon. And so if your fans have an Amazon Prime account, which, you know, in this day and age, a lot of people do, they can come and connect Twitch Prime to their account as a viewer. And then I can go and subscribe to somebody's channel. And subscriptions are different on Twitch than subscribe to YouTube, right? So subscription on Twitch is actually a paid subscription. It's $5 a month versus YouTube is just it's free, right? You subscribe for free. And so what they can do is if they connect to Twitch Prime, they can actually come and subscribe to your channel, and that's $5 a month directly to that creator, right? There's a platform fee, but you get the disproportionate amount of that. Right. And so if you're an existing artist and you went to the gram and you said, hey, come to Twitch, I'm going to do a stream session and register your account with Twitch Prime and subscribe to my channel, you'll now get thousands of people subscribing to your channel for 30 days, and that delivers compensation to you as an artist day one, right? You don't have to do anything. Right. So that's another cheat code with Twitch Prime, where you don't have to necessarily have to work on, you know, building an audience first. You can just bring them over and do that. Now that does work for, you know, larger artists, but even for younger starting out artists, they can definitely say that on the screen as a shout out and be like, hey, if you really love this, you know, connect your account to Twitch Prime and sub my channel. Really appreciate it. You know, that's all you have to say.
Right.
And a lot of people will do it. And the other thing I would say is there is already an organic behavior to sub to people's channels on Twitch. And so if you come as a creator and you start, and there are two things that are really important: consistency and frequency, right? If I'm saying I'm going to stream on every Thursday for 2 hours, then stream every Thursday for 2 hours, right? And so that's frequency, which is every Thursday, right? And so, it won't come as a surprise, but people who stream more and more often tend to rise through the ranks faster and are better. So it is a bit of a commitment.
What is happening on a creator's page the rest of the week besides those 2 hours? If they're not streaming, they're only streaming 2 hours. What does their page represent the rest of the time?
Yeah, so a couple things. If they want to set and record, they'll create VODs of their live streams, will just show up below. So the live stream will say nothing, like it's blacked out, right? But underneath it, there'll be other videos that are just VODs people can watch when they stumble upon your content. So that's one thing. The second thing you can do is you can host other people's channels, right, on your own channel and start paying it forward that way. And if you just become a regular host of other people's channels, people are going to come to your channel. They're going to be like, oh, Clinton is a curator of a lot of really cool channels on Twitch, and I'm just going to come to Clinton's channel, right? So that kind of behavior happens too, but it's more passive. And so, it's better to be more of an active creator than a passive creator in that scenario. So the good thing would be to like come on and stream for a couple hours a day. And by the way, it could be things like, I'm in the recording studio, I have Ableton up. Now let's just stream that, go full screen on Ableton and show people how they're creating their music, the loops, the melodies, the tracks, how they're layering everything in. And that's really great for people like you who are music producers. You can actually sort of reveal your craft to people and bring people in, and more importantly, get real-time feedback. What do you guys think of that hook? What do you think of that melody? Do you think this works? And people in the chat will tell you it's fire, it's trash, or whatever, and you can make whatever decision you want based on that feedback. But that's a way of like getting some interaction going. And I'll give you an example.
Not just DJs, for those that are watching that may need some ideas. Whether you're a choreographer and you're putting some dance routines together, whether you're a DJ, you're putting your DJ sets together, whether you're a manager or an executive, or you're an A&R, you're listening to music, or you're in meetings and you're talking to your artists, like all of these things that people are interested in learning and understanding and watching, you can build your own reality show on Twitch. And you can have your show comes on every Thursday at 8. And you can go live or, correct me if I'm wrong, Pat, I'm sure there's some people that are already doing this. They're already like throughout the week producing and recording and then putting it together for that stream on Thursday night. So you're basically your own cable channel.
Yeah, exactly. So then that's the perfect way to describe it. It's like, Twitch is the cable service, and you as a creator run your own cable channel, right? MTV or whatever. And so I think that's a great point, and it's 100% true. And I think that's kind of the part about like the content strategy part of this. So a lot of artists come out and they say, what should I do on my stream? And the answer is start experimenting and doing everything you feel comfortable. The stuff that really works is when you take fans into a space, a creative space, or a mental space where they get to see something that they wouldn't otherwise see, right? And so that's why like in the recording studio is so amazing, because if I'm a diehard fan, I now get to see that artist in a different light, going through the struggle of trying to nail a note or whatever, get a riff going. Or if I'm just a casual fan, I learn something new. And so educational content, entertainment content, you can kind of do all that inside. And just for the music production example, there's a guy named Kenny Beats who streams out of his studio in Burbank. He's up Ableton, and he's showing folks the stuff that he's working on and is interacting with fans, and people are subscribing to his channel because they want to support him as a creator and reward him for the education that he's providing, right? And the entertainment value. He's actually hilarious to watch. And so, that's just an example. And so I would just say, for those who are thinking about where do I start and what kind of content should I produce, start watching Twitch channels and start let the creative juices start flowing to see what's working. And you'll see what's working because there are creators who will have 5,000, 10,000, 3,000 followers who are watching them real time. And you'll see that as a person who comes to the channel. You're clearly like, how many people are watching this channel? And that's an indication of the type of content that's resonating, right? And so if you see a channel that's resonating really well with certain types of content, start there, if you can do it, and create your own channel and build your own vibe that way. So there are a lot of little hacks like that that are worth thinking about as you get going.
So in a nutshell, to recap, the ways to effectively make money on Twitch is advertising once you get to an affiliate status. What about donating?
Yeah, so bits. So that comes out.
That's also called bits.
Bits, yeah, those are called bits.
Okay. And
exactly.
For those that don't know what that means, donating is if people are entertained from what you're doing, they'll literally, in real time, just donate, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you pre-buy bits on Twitch, and so 1 bit is 1 penny. And in the moment, if I said, oh, I really love what this creator is doing, I'd be like, I'm going to send them 1,000 bits, right? Or whatever. And so that 1,000 bits goes to the creator.
Right. Now, can people sell merch on their Twitch channel?
Yes, exactly. So the easiest and cleanest way to do it is through a third-party service. And so Patreon or something like that, you can just put a link down below your video and be able to and just send a link out, and then people can go and buy merch. And you can then call it out on your stream, right? And say, so just like QVC is a Barker channel on cable, you can go out and just say, hey, if you like my stuff, I'm doing a limited release. There's only 50 pieces, of sneakers or T-shirts or whatever, and click below and go out and purchase it. So you can definitely do.
And they can do that in lower third.
You can do that in a lower third, exactly. Yeah. So that's where just all of this creativity comes into play. And the other thing I would say is the first stream, people are going to feel like, oh, I don't know about that. I didn't know how that went. You do it after a week or two, you're like, I've got this in. They're going to know. And their entire content strategy is going to change and all that. So be comfortable with being uncomfortable, in those first couple of days, and just keep working it, because I think you find success relatively quickly.
Right. No, I love it. This is incredible information. So to go back to the last video, getting started. So it is $5 a month to be on Twitch, to have a Twitch channel.
So it's free to create a channel. And so you can get started for free. Subscribers who subscribe to a channel can contribute at a minimum $5 a month. So if I want to subscribe to your channel, I pay you $5 a month. But you could start as a creator for free.
Right. So I can be on there as a creator, but if I like you, I got to pay you $5 to subscribe. It's not unlike YouTube where you can just subscribe to anyone's channel.
Correct. Yeah. So you can watch for free. So there's no issues. If you're a creator, want to watch my channel, you can watch my channel for free, no problem. If you want to subscribe to my channel, it's $5 a month, and you're doing it largely to support. It's not a content paywall or anything like that. It's just simply, I like Clinton's channel and I'm going to support him, and it's $5 a month, and that's it. Right.
So you can be cheap and just watch, or you can subscribe. So basically it's an honor code. If you like what I'm doing, just give me $5.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So if you like it, yeah. And the other thing I was going to say is creators are doing things to reward subscribers. So it is an honor code, right? But then the next step is I want to show praise for the people who are subscribing to my channel. And so they'll do things like, I'm going to have a sub-only period of my stream. So let's say you're a creator. You stream for an hour and you're like, hey, I'm just gonna do this thing, blah, blah. And then you're gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna hang on for 20 more minutes just for my subs, right? And so then it's a smaller circle of people and it's more intimate of experience, and you can have more of an interactive one-on-one kind of experience. Right. So a lot of creators are doing that to reward people who are subscribing and supporting them.
Is there a way to cut off those that are not subscribing, like an hour into your
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so just through creator setup, you can be like, hey, I'm going to go sub only. You make that notification to everybody, and then you click a button and you're in sub only mode.
Oh man, talk about having a cliffhanger, and then like, all right, so if you want to know what happens next, you got to subscribe.
Right, exactly.
Every week I'd be doing something with a cliffhanger. Right when I'm about to jump, hold on, before I make this jump, you got to subscribe.
Yeah, or like, you know, you're doing an album release or something, right? And you're like, hey, listen, I'm doing an album release. You talk about it for an hour or 30 minutes or whatever, and then you go sub only for the release. You know, if you want to, do it that way. So like, there's so many ways in which you can be creative around, rewarding stuff.
Guys, there's so many, like Pat just said, so many ways for you to utilize this platform. There's ways to make money. There's ways to build an audience. There's ways to sell merch. There's ways to build your brand. Twitch is a necessary component in winning big in the music business. And you've heard all the ways that you can win right here. The head of music, Pat Shah at Twitch. So guys, if you don't know about Twitch, well, you better get familiar because it's something that you need in your life. Hey, Pat, thanks a lot so much for helping everybody with this.
Thank you, Clinton. This is awesome. And good luck. And I hope a lot of artists start with Twitch soon.
Well, they will now because they learned this information from you. So thanks again, buddy.
All right. All right, buddy. Thanks. See you.